What up, YouTube? We back with another YouTube video, another reaction. Today's reaction, we go back to Aiden Ross and Speed, the biggest sellouts in streaming. So, I found this video pretty interesting because, as you well know, if you didn't know, they are probably the biggest streamers out here. Is Aiden Ross, Speed, Price and that, the Amp, AMP. Those people, if you haven't seen, they're bringing like majority of the views, a lot of views. Kinda consistent with streaming, IRL streaming. We're not no Speed. Speed usually travels around the world and be like closing down cities, things like that. He be doing some crazy stuff, and yeah, just I don't know, he really blew up for real. Like he be getting like millions of views, millions of likes on his Instagram posts, things like that. So I found that pretty interesting, like, you know. And I've been seeing like his last live streams before. He's doing like a lot of like goofy stuff on stream, being like very funny, very entertaining, and I feel like that's how he really got his name for real. Just being, being himself, and you better check it out from this guy's perspective. The truth is, he usually go more in depth, and about the evil, and people go behind the scenes of why they are who they are, and yeah, we're gonna see what he got in this video, what he has to share. And don't forget to leave a like, comment what the reaction he reacts to, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, you better check it out. See what we got to say about these two.
Online streaming space, there are a few big streamers that are dominating. These streamers have gotten so big, they have become more famous than traditional celebrities, with the most famous people in the world showing up to these streamers' homes for exposure. Things have shifted, and Hollywood stars are no longer the most influential people anymore. Now it's the young streamers. In theory, this should have been better for society, as for the most part, streamers are regular independent people making content, not puppets doing what the Hollywood elite tell them to do. But
yo, did y'all see that outfit? Please tell me y'all saw that outfit, bro. Like, what is this guy wearing? What is that? My guy? Like, come on, bro, you gotta do better, bro. This is unacceptable. Looking crazy right now.
Not puppets doing what the Hollywood elite tell them to do. But the moment the button pushers realized streaming is the new Hollywood, they infiltrated the community by buying out the biggest streamers. Now these massive streamers are being used like the rest of the Hollywood puppets, pushing content that will influence their viewers in the worst ways. Today we will be exposing two of the biggest streamers, Aiden Ross and Speed, for what they have become.
It's like I watch to a certain extent, but I don't watch them on a daily basis. It's like, don't get me wrong, it's good entertainment. They're doing their thing as young people trying to make it out. Props to them. But you don't want to watch this as, you want to, like, let's say you want to level up in life. You want to watch this like to a very minimum, and just don't watch it every day. Don't be consumed by it. But watch for entertainment. You want something funny, put it on for a little bit. If you're trying to level up and stuff, you definitely gotta watch different things that's gonna level up your mindset, and to get you into that. Get into that networking, meet other people that's in the same path, because I feel like this video for like entertainment. There'll be some clips here and there that give some good advice, but for the most part, these days entertain, and that's pretty much it, really. So, never really get too much consumed by it, but let's continue.
Sellout planted puppets. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be exposing the two biggest streamers on the internet, Aiden Ross and Speed. Let's get right into it. As the streaming community continues to grow, it is starting to reach its peak. Streamers have become so popular nowadays that they have started making more money than pro star athletes. The world is watching the commercialization of streaming happening in real time. The biggest streamers are reaching a level that you can't make it to without selling out. Now their streams aren't about fun and entertainment. It has become a tool to misguide the youth, just like all of Hollywood. Today we will be exposing two of the biggest streamers on the internet, starting with the biggest sellout of them all, Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross was one of the first streamers to make it to the very top, signing a reported $150 million streaming deal with Kick, and having superstar guest rappers appearing on his stream early on. With Aiden, it's different than it is with the other streamers. Aiden Ross seems to be one of the first streamer industry plants ever, as he became famous from his association to LeBron James' son, Bronny James. Aiden Ross started getting popular in 2020 after joining a 2K group called A&E, where he somehow met LeBron James' son, Bronny. Aiden and Bronny hit it off and became friends, which led to the two streaming 2K gameplay together. Not long after they started playing and became friends, Bronny would introduce LeBron to Aiden while they were playing 2K on stream. This stream would end up going viral, obviously gaining Aiden a massive audience overnight. This is clear-cut evidence that Aiden's success wasn't natural, as I find it extremely hard to believe Aiden would have randomly known LeBron James' son. Also, the fact that LeBron took time out of his day to show up to his stream when Aiden Ross was a no-one makes zero sense. I believe Aiden was clearly planted, as he was the main man leading the commercialization of streaming. He paved the way for streamers like Speed, Kai Cenat, and Neon to sell out. It's clear he was planted, and it's why he has become so successful. Aiden started growing an even bigger fan base after launching his online E-Day contest, which was a huge success, going viral all over social media. This was around the same time all the big name artists would begin streaming with Aiden, as he was becoming the hottest thing on the internet. Every rapper dropping a project wanted to be a part of Aiden's streams, which only made him even more famous. And
Yeah, that's true. That's like they hop on there to get a name, you know, to get people onto their platform. Pretty much deal for a deal type of thing. They more recognition for their projects that's coming out, more fans onto their project. Everything's business at the end of the day.
It's the same thing that happened with Kai Cenat. His streams will begin to go super viral, making their ways all over the internet. This led to Aiden signing a massive deal with the streaming site Kick, worth a reported $150 million. While this seemed like a massive come up for Aiden, in reality, it was just a giant sellout move. See, the only reason the streaming site Kick was created was because Twitch banned gambling streams on their platform. In the streaming world, you will find many gambling streamers, and these gambling streamers are usually sponsored by online casino websites like Stake. Stake would sign sponsorship deals with these streamers, so they can play on their website while streaming it live to their young impressionable fans. The whole purpose for this was to create future gambling addicts that would make these casinos money until their death. Aiden Ross was one of these sellouts pushing gambling on the youth. Kick was reportedly giving these streamers millions of dollars a month, with it being reported Aiden was one of the highest earners benefiting from this. But eventually, Twitch banned gambling.
Yeah, that's the thing too. When it comes to gambling, I don't really gamble for real. Obviously, you know, you only do that for real if you have money to just to spend. Just spend it out there and just, you know, you spend your bread or not. You got to really know how to play that type of thing. Cause me, nah, you're not gonna see me gambling. You feel me? But cause like, obviously there's some risk involved, and you know you gotta know what you're playing. You gotta know what you're getting yourself into. So there's definitely people that's like more into like just taking the money out there. It doesn't really matter if they lose it or not. They got so much other, you know, bread, other type of source of incomes coming in.
Gambling streams, and this was terrible for Stake, as they were making so much money from having these streamers promote gambling. Since Twitch wasn't gonna let streamers gamble on their site anymore, Stake decided that they would just create their own streaming site, where in all the streams, the streamers will be promoting gambling. Aiden Ross was one of the first people to sign this deal, signing a deal worth millions, and that also had shares in the company. Now Aiden runs around recruiting new streamers to join Kick and promote gambling to their followers. This is truly horrible. Not all money is good money. What Aiden and other creators that push gambling are doing is definitely selling out. They know that they're ruining the lives of millions of young people who will get hooked to gambling at a young age. Gambling addiction is a very serious thing. I personally have had family members who suffer from gambling addictions, and I have seen firsthand how it ruined their lives and family. These online casinos know that if Aiden Ross could influence his young fans to become gamblers, they would become their customers for life. And those that are too young to gamble will become future customers eventually. This is why these gambling companies are signing these streamers, and it's pure evil. Aiden Ross has made tens of millions of dollars promoting this addiction to his followers, and sadly, no one seems to call him out about it. Another thing Aiden is widely known for is acting fruity on his streams. The streamer Plant Aiden,
yeah, that's what I recognize him for. Acting fruity as fuck, bro. Boy, he's doing some sus ass shit, bro.
Has earned
things I would never do for any type of views.
Earned himself a reputation for being a sus streamer. He is often flirting with the idea that he's gay. Aiden first started going viral for acting fruity on streams with big rappers in order to bait a reaction out of them. He would be seen trolling rappers by freestyling and saying very questionable things. Like we see in this stream, where Aiden can be seen in a hot tub with another man, bending over in front of him, clearly being sus. This isn't just a funny skit, this is what they planted Aiden in for. This is why in so many streams, he is doing this exact same behavior. He is pushing the same agenda Hollywood and the music industry are pushing. They are trying to demasculate the youth by desensitizing them to this kind of behavior. There should be no reason a so-called straight man should be acting like this on stream. He's doing it because of what they're paying him to push. It's not a strike of luck that Aiden made it this big. He was clearly
Bro. You gotta take that shit down, bro.
planted in the industry to misguide the youth, and what he did to his fans clearly proves that. On March 2nd, Aiden Ross introduced a new type of stream. During these streams, Aiden would invite random fans and dare them to do things for a chance to win some money. The audience of these streams would quickly find out that that money was gonna cost them more than they should pay. From the dares Aiden had his fans doing, you can see he's a very disturbed young man. He dared one person to use the bathroom on his sister and then break her TV with a bat. He made another person eat dog poop and made another person get themselves fired. He also offered $20,000 to a person so they can pepper spray themselves and drink hot sauce while shaving their heads live for his audience to watch. Aiden had no issues embarrassing his followers for the entertainment of his viewers. It was like he was putting his own fans through a humiliation ritual. Also, he can make more money. This shows how evil Aiden Ross truly is. He was treating his audience like peasants and laughing at them while they did it. This is truly a soulless man. Streamers like Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat are a perfect example of streamers who sold their soul. Aiden Ross was making more than enough money by just streaming and giving his fans what they wanted, but he wanted more and more and had no issue.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. Like, making a nigga shave his head, making a nigga get fired from a job, that's crazy work right there.
Selling out the very audience he built for money, pushing gambling addictions on them, pushing the Lil Nas X agenda on them, and even degrading them live for his entertainment. This is what having no soul looks like. It is not hard to see at all that Aiden Ross is a plant put on the world stage to promote the destructive values.
Yeah, like, I looked at it as that way as well. When I first started seeing him, like, obviously we do like sus things. It was like, entertainment. But then I slowly stopped watching him. But what he'd be like, showing and how he'd be acting and stuff. It's not something I want to like really consume myself with. It's better for us young men to like, deter ourselves and look at more stuff that's beneficial to us, that we want to make us level up. People like this, it's good to have deals with them, like business deals to get like if you're into like getting more views and recognition. Obviously, these people are up there. But it's like nowadays you gotta be careful how you move and how you want people to remember you by, because it's like he said, not all money is good money. So you definitely want to have money, obviously, because we need money to survive out here. At the same time, you want to work truly on yourself as well, and then the money will come after. Just a beneficial to who you truly are, and that's what's really important, to work on yourself first, and then have the money come. Remember that compound, have it come. Eventually, that's what happens. Work on yourself. You take the risk. You go into the unknown. Eventually, money comes with it, and you want to be, better for yourself. And be happy with yourself, and let money, fill that void for you. Because money is just materials. Let's be honest, materialistic, and it's not gonna fully like satisfy you. As well you are on the inside, and how you're working yourself inside is gonna truly matter at the end. So it's people like this you gotta be careful of, like truly consuming every day. It does get into your mind, and too much gets addictive to watch. So yeah, definitely gotta be careful with that, guys. Especially when you work on yourselves.
Button pushers want pushed, just like we see from one of the biggest streamers in the world, Speed. Speed has become one of the most famous streamers in the world. He is known as one of the fastest growing streamers, as he once gained 1 million subscribers in just 1 week. Speed is way more toxic than your average streamer, as he's always yelling, cursing, and even barking like a dog. Speed got so famous after clips of him going over the top went viral on social media, building him a fan base overnight. Speed went from a nobody streaming in his bedroom to a streaming superstar, hanging out with massive celebrities like Ronaldo. The more toxic he was while streaming, the more popular he became. Even though Speed was extremely toxic, controversial, and beyond edgy, he would continue to grow no matter what, all while somehow avoiding getting cancelled. It's almost like they approved his dangerous behavior, as the more that he did it, the more famous he became. Speed got banned from Twitch back in 2021 for telling a girl during an online e-date that he would R-word her. He made what was supposed to be seen as an edgy joke, but it went extremely too far, making the young girl on the stream visibly uncomfortable. iShowSpeed asked the girl if they were the last two people left on Earth, would she hook up with him to repopulate the world? The girl seems to reject Speed, which led to him responding, "Who's gonna stop me?" This is when the girl looked at him confused, with Speed then telling her, "If we were the last two people in the world, who's gonna stop me?" Insinuating that no one would be around to stop him from R-wording her.
Hey, hold on, wait. All right, but look though,
That's crazy word right there. That's
like a
insane.
psychological question, okay? Say if we're the last two people on Earth and we had to reproduce to make the world continue, you reproduce with me?
No, because that means our kids will have to intertwine and then the kids, no.
Who gonna stop me?
I will.
Who's gonna stop me?
I will.
If we the last two people on Earth, who gonna stop me? You're not stopping me. If we the last two people on Earth, who gonna stop me?
Yeah. Come on.
This didn't go over well with the people on the internet,
Insanity.
and quickly this ended up coming back to hurt him. Because of this, Twitch would ban him. Even though Twitch banned him, it wouldn't stop his growth though, as he only got bigger from this moment on. Eventually, Twitch would end up reversing the ban back in 2023. Any other streamer
What?
would have been banned permanently for less, but for obvious reasons, this had zero effect on Speed. In 2023, everyone thought
They saw it's just, man, it's crazy out here, bro. Yeah, if it was like any other streamer or like person that's on Twitch speaking the truth, on that type of this type of foolish behavior, they would have still been banned for sure. It gets more clearer and clearer. The more you become the realization of these platforms and what they really push out, you'll see it's complete BS, and that's stuff we gotta be aware of now, because it's just crazy how like some people are blind to it. People think it's normal, and that's you just gotta something we gotta be careful. Like if you go to these type of platforms, it's sort of like you gotta act a certain way just to be accepted, and it's not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to truly be yourself, but when they have like in a media or a stream platform when it only shows one side or only pushes out one side of it, it's not fully, like a good stream platform to be on really, because it just shows you that they just it's a propaganda machine and they just pushing one side of it, that they emasculate the youth and corrupt the youth for real.
Speed would be banned from streaming on YouTube forever after one of his stunts went completely wrong. While Speed was on a YouTube live stream with over 25,000 live viewers, he ended up flashing his man junk to the camera. He was on stream playing a horror game when a jump scare made him jump out of his seat and he began thrusting the air as his junk became revealed. Speed quickly ended the stream and told his audience it was all an accident. But the damage was already done, as a fan had screen recorded it, spreading it all over the internet. Fans quickly began trolling him and calling him iShowMe. After this happened, people were wondering if Speed had finally gotten cancelled. He exposed his junk to thousands of live viewers on YouTube. We all know how strict YouTube's community guidelines are, so everyone was expecting Speed to get kicked off the platform. But according to YouTube, Speed's channel wasn't banned because they deemed it an accident. But if you ask me, I'm not so sure it was an accident at all. I watched a censored version that's available on YouTube, and to me, that doesn't seem like it was an accident. Ask yourself, how does this even happen by accident? If he were wearing pants, which he was, this wouldn't just happen. He obviously adjusted himself to make this happen. This was all planned, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this was Speed's hazing humiliation ritual. We have seen so many other celebrities.
Man, what? An accident, bro? An accident.
Doing this before they reach the next level. And this is exactly what happened with Speed, as after this, Speed only became even bigger. For whatever reason, Speed is special. Not only did he grow his audience, but he literally gained 1 million subs in 1 week, which if you ask me is rather suspicious and very plantish. On top of that, no matter what he does, he can't be cancelled. It's almost like those who run these platforms are encouraging him to do these things by not banning him. They're the ones who are putting Speed in your face because they want him to influence the youth. Speed, just like Aiden, is also being used to push the Lil Nas X agenda. Speed, just like Aiden, is known for his sus antics. Some time ago, when Aiden was doing the blind date streams, he invited iShowSpeed to participate in a blind date. When Speed was introduced to his blind date, it just so happened to be a trans person named Ava. Speed not only began involving the trans person in the streams, but they began to so-called date. Now, I don't know if they actually dated or not, even though
this was crazy, bro.
Online it said they did. I did see Speed jokingly come out as gay and claim that he was with that trans person.
Odin Valhalla Rising, now available on mobile and PC, exclusively with Google Play Games.
Speed likes you. He does. I know he do. Not for real W couple though. That's my baby daddy, y'all.
Let me tell y'all something, bro, chat. Before I was doing YouTube, bro, it was so easy to find girls, bro. It would chat easy to find them, hear me, bro. You know why, bro? Cause like it was like they didn't really like, you know, like really like wanted something, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I don't know. I feel like you should just let love find you because think about it. Like try to put yourself in my shoes. A lot of people won't date me because I'm trying to.
I'm about to say it, y'all.
What you gonna say?
And guess what?
No one knows if this was a troll or not, but Speed was very comfortable playing with his sexuality, something he would often do on the stream.
Alright, Chad, man, I apologize for what happened last stream, man. I probably like wondering like what happened, like your Speed, like what's going on, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all, but the truth is I'm not, y'all. I just like when I get angry, y'all, I probably say some like very intriguing things, man. But the truth is I'm not, man. So basically, everybody thinks that I'm obviously homosexual, but I'm not homosexual. I'm heterosexual. It's just back there I called something that very like I just like something something that came out of me, and I didn't mean to say it, and that I'm not.
What happened?
I said like it was like I came out, but I didn't came out, y'all. I love y'all boys, man. Like I'm straight, right?
Yeah,
I'm straight.
I don't get any gay vibes. Even if you were gay, I would still love you.
Nah, yeah.
Listen, if you're
sorry, Aiden, don't, bro. I'm sorry, Aiden. You right. If I was though, but I'm not. Okay.
You're saying it's okay.
Yeah. Thank you. But but I'm not okay.
I don't get that vibe from you. But I'm just saying, if you are, it's okay.
Thank you so much. But
just like he did with Kai, when he and Kai ended up taking a shower live together during a stream. While this might seem like a big joke, there is an agenda behind this. They are trying to desensitize the youth to this sus behavior. That's why Speed is trolling about dating a trans and pretending to be gay. It's the people behind Speed that are paying him all this money that want him to push these agendas. It's obvious.
Nah, but showering together on live is insanity,
The
bro.
same people behind Aiden Ross are the same ones behind iShowSpeed. They're both puppets pushing the same agenda to their audience. An audience they don't even respect. Speed, just like Aiden, has sold out and taken advantage of his audience by scamming them. Back in 2022, Speed blatantly tried to scam his fans by participating in a pump and dump crypto scam. Speed had partnered with a company called Paradox, which created a coin after Speed. Speed then created a fake meetup with soccer legend Ronaldo, which ended up being a hired actor pretending to be the soccer star. The entire stream was just a promotion for this crypto scam, which forced the crypto scam exposer CoffeeZilla to come after Speed, making this video exposing Speed for scamming his fans.
This is the streamer iShowSpeed. He's about to accidentally expose the scam he's been paid to promote.
Especially for Speed. To you. Paradox crypto to the moon.
Paradox crypto to the moon.
You sold out. They're using you, Speed. This is just sad.
That is crazy, bro. Like them comments like that, bro, is making me like that's crazy, bro. The fact I ever make the fact that y'all just sticking me like that is just crazy. I hate that, bro. Y'all so weird, bro.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy when people think of me as a sellout, as I literally sell out.
Speed, just like Aiden, had no issues with scamming his fans out of their hard-earned money. He had no issues with betraying the people who gave him everything he has. Both Speed and Aiden sold their souls, and they both hid this in plain sight. Long ago, while Aiden was running around with Andrew Tate, he admitted he sold his soul.
Say that. I sold my soul, yes.
Who'd you sell it to?
LA.
Okay. million Bitcoin.
Oh, your souls? Really? I wasn't gonna say that. I sold my soul.
While Speed purposely trolled about selling his soul doing the one eye symbolism. While this may seem like a
Nah, that boy really just said that shit on camera.
joke, remember
Crazy.
the truth is often hidden in comedy. Like when Cat Williams exposed the industry freak-off parties back in the 2000s during his stand-up special. The only reason Speed and Aiden have gotten so big is because the machine is behind them. All they push onto their fans is degeneracy and whatever agenda Hollywood wants them to push. Recently in my Kai Cenat video I did, I revealed that the streamer Plagueboy Max admitted the higher-ups who have hijacked the streaming community wanted to sexualize him and present them as gay.
It's like, bro, there's certain things, we all have morals. That's too far, bro. Bro, y'all can see, even though I was in Miami smacking my ass doing all type of crazy, bro, like, and their CMB on my hand, you should never, ever let go of your morals, ever. Bro, I'm not walking down Melrose in public with a diaper. So the fact that it feels like niggas sexualize me in a weird way that I'm not comfortable being sexualized. And it's like, okay, I understand they probably don't see it like that, but I see it like that because that's what's happened. Guys, I'm literally on gay Twitter, all type of hitting on me thinking I'm not. And it's like, bro, now I'm getting back in the car, I'm expressing myself, and Ron smirking.
You think this is a coincidence that all the biggest streamers are pushing this? They have been planted to do this. They are now puppets.
Yo, get this off the screen, bro. What kind of shit?
Pushing Hollywood's propaganda.
That was Aiden Ross?
The worst part of all of this is that these are the guys shaping the minds of the youth. The youth look up to these streamers just like the button pushers want them to. As they know if they control the influencers, they control who are influenced. Aiden and Speed are shaping these kids to be just like them. These guys are horrible influences, yet all of Hollywood and all the biggest corporations want to plaster them everywhere. That's why they got so many subscribers so quickly. These streamers wouldn't grow so big on these platforms if those button pushers wouldn't have pushed that button. They want these kids to influence the youth. They want more kids to be like them. It's the same way when they sign these rappers and give them millions of dollars and put them everywhere. They want those rappers to influence their fans and push whatever agendas they want. This is what Aiden Ross and Speed are being used for. These streamers are planted to keep you trapped in the matrix. You need to free yourself, first by freeing your mind, and then by learning the truth about this world. Don't allow these puppets to guide you away from God. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching.
You're not listening, man. I'm telling you, bro. That's literally how it is now, man. It's literally a battle, bro. Literally a battle. Like, that's what anything you do, man, just stick to your true morals. Stick to yourself. Stay true to yourself, man. Just stay true to yourself. You know, get close with God. You know, and just, you know, pray when moments get hard. Yeah, man, it's like, that's literally the truth now. It's like, it's gonna be, when you get big enough, it's gonna be people coming to you with deals. He said you gotta be very strategic out here, man, because there's definitely so much evil out here, and they just feed off that. They feed off the evil. They feed off the wickedness that's very, you know, pushed towards the youth. You know, the younger people. That's why you see so much like young teenagers now acting crazy, get angry so fast, you know, get frustrated quickly. It's like, why is that? You know? And man, it's like, it's literally a battle out here. If you don't see it, man, hopefully eventually you'll wake up and see that we are truly in a battle of good and evil. Like that for years, decades, and it's just now and then you can just see more of the evil now. They're not really hiding it, and it's truly sad and sickening that, you know, it's like that now. But that's, you gotta just be true to yourself. Stay strong out here. Stay strong. You know, become wise and learn from people that's obviously on the right path, right direction, and I know what's best for you at the end of the day. And you know, just be careful what you be consuming on a daily basis, because that does affect you, your brain, how you operate, your thoughts. And man, you just want to take control of that. Alright guys, let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know what your thoughts about them streamers. Me personally, I noticed that it only puts like a certain type of entertainment, you know, out there. That's why I really watched them like I used to before. And you know, I would try to go into like, you know, better things and move myself out of that. So yeah, definitely try to work on yourself, guys, and minimize watching so much entertainment a lot. Yeah, and stay true to yourself. Stay true to who you truly are as a person. Don't ever decide otherwise or go against that just for some materialistic things. Definitely not worth at the end. And yeah, guys, appreciate you tuning into this video. Watch to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. More videos coming. And guys, stay tuned. See you on the next one. Peace.